What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Town of the Pit. Today, Mr. Qwinten finally got enough games on that new Brunswick Ultimate Defender. We're still waiting for a game on the team.
We have enough games on that.
Tension Star.
Definitely have enough games on that. This one was the hardest.
Mile.
We're good.
Okay, alright. So now what Qwinten's going to do, he's not going to play the channels like we normally do. We gave up on that because once you get past the 4th and 5th arrow, not everybody likes to play the lead, so there's no point in focusing on it. So what Qwinten's going to do, he's going to play up 10, and he's going to work his way across. He can play the arrows, he can play the channels, he's going to let you know as he goes. All depends on how he's feeling and how he's coming out of the ball. The most important part is he's going to try to show you some different shapes on a lane where he likes to play, what he likes to see out of the ball. Some things he doesn't like out of the ball. He's going to give you his own personal experience. Now, it's really hard to argue with personal experience, so the ball for somebody else compared to what the ball is going to do for Qwinten, just like on one of his shorts, somebody said, oh, that's a big strong ball to be playing that straight. You have no idea what the pattern was? Fresh house shot. Not everything's going to look the lane. Just going to say, now Qwinten's released. Why do you think he's going two-handed?
That is too much.
So, are you ready?
I think.
Oh boy.
Alright. So, James shot the Endeavor on this lane a little bit earlier today. It hasn't been bowled on since. I threw a couple shots. I felt that it was a little wet still. So I'm going to start with the Ultimate Defender. We're going to get a few reviews done tonight. But just to show you how strong that Endeavor is, I'm going to start 19. Try to get up the back of the ball. That was a decent ball. Obviously didn't strike, but this is strong for the outside. Some things that I'd like to note about the ball. First of all, it's like any more solid hybrid, it gets lane shot, that's for sure. This ball was supposed to replace my Magic Gem. I'll share my thoughts on that as I move. So, I'll throw another shot there. Sped that ball up a little bit, and it struck. Now as we move inside, you're going to see the difference. I don't think it's a strong hybrid, to be honest with you. It is. Yeah, like right. Just like James said, it's more of a control piece. So like it's not made for those really oily lanes. It's more
Touchy ones.
right, touchy ones or more, just a little bit more than house. Or if you go to a house that has a lot of oil, you know, it's something like that. So I'm going to move to 23. Get it in between second and third arrow. Left a 9. I got a little slow with that. I like how round it is. I'll give it that. And it does continue on the back end. Some things that we do like to see out of ace and ball. Right. Right. It doesn't quit once it hits that break point. Also another thing we like about hybrids, but I'm gonna move aboard, so we're on 24 right now. It was inside my mark.
But what that showed was it didn't quit. Even though it was in the volume of the oil, it didn't quit.
Right.
Not a good ball by any means.
It was a good release and stuff. It's just, if you do get the ball inside, it is strong enough to come off the back of that pattern, even in the oil. She definitely does flare. You can see that. Like, that's crazy. So, I'm gonna stay there for one more shot. Get this ball a little bit further outside. That was a good ball. It was only 2 to 3 boards more outside than the last couple, but it's nice and smooth. I really like that. We started the video saying that it was a little hard for me to put all the games on this ball. Personally, where I've bowled lately, I've liked to see it skid and then react on the back end. That's just a personal thing. Which is weird because in the beginning of the season, I loved my Magic Gem and other solid balls. So I'm going to jump another, I'm going to jump to 30 actually. See what happens from here. Slowed it down a touch. Got it outside, had enough energy to come back. I don't know how many times I need to repeat it. That's why we like hybrids. It blends it very nicely. Do one more shot in there. That was too far outside. So we get to see the extent of what the ball is capable of. For the first house shot, honestly, you really want to keep it right where the break point is supposed to be, around 7-8, right? Especially playing this far deep.
I was coming.
Yeah, especially playing this far deep. Because you want the ball to make that corner. You don't want it to just skid or give up if you're too far outside. One more for there, see if I can get a strike. That was a little bit more inside. So those last 3 shots, you got to see where the prime location is, standing at 30. Get the ball outside, get the ball inside. There is forgivability, especially as you move further with a hybrid.
This is, in my opinion, this is everything
Defender.
should have been.
I never had it, but there were a lot of complaints about it.
Right.
Some people loved the ball or they hated it.
This was a happy medium.
Right, definitely a good follow-up to a ball that was loved and hated. Do I go to my happy spot or do I move further?
I would like you to try one more further.
Okay.
I mean, if you leave garbage, then...
I'll go 35. Does that count as garbage? Little far outside, playing 35.
But it just shows the ball strong enough to play that deep.
Yeah, it comes back.
Right. It's not about whether you can play that far deep, it's about showing.
Well, right, if you get more rotation on it, on the block, slow the ball speed down, right.
A little bit of loft, I would have cleared both.
Just in my opinion, because I've never played the ball this deep, in league anyway. I'll try one more. Get a light mixer.
Correct.
Like James said, the ball does come back, especially if you add little finessing things to the ball. some things that I don't particularly like to do, but it is able to play now. So where I'm comfortable playing the ball and where I have been in league, right around 25, right in between second and third arrow. That was a good ball.
Really good ball. Did you do down and in for the boys?
I did.
You did? Okay.
I was outside at 10, but yeah. So I like this ball right in between second and third arrow. Get it out to 8, if that, and it shapes nicely right in that pocket.
So what are some things you hate about the ball, Qwinten?
Oh boy. Honestly, not much. It's just not a favorite ball in my bag right now. If I had the right conditions, I would probably like it more. Lane shine, that's expected, especially with a more solid hybrid. I thought it was going to be a little bit more aggressive.
You were hoping it was going to replace your Magic Gem, and it did not.
Right.
Right. So now
less.
This is what I always say, even though I say I'm using this ball to replace another ball in my bag, I know for a fact if I go to a tournament with you, the Ultimate Defender is not going to be in that bag. The Magic Gem is going to be in that bag, in that spot.
Depending what I'm looking for.
Correct.
Because this is better on a medium pattern. Magic Gem can handle a little bit more oil. It's a little bit stronger of a ball in my opinion. They both drive pretty well.
They do. They do.
Especially for a strong ASIM. So
I agree. Throw me one more from your happy spot. Hopefully you can flush it, and then we'll finish this up. Can't get any better than that.
it's a good ball.
Not a bad ball. I think it's a great follow-up option for your Optimum hybrid.
Yeah.
I think
it fits right in between Magic Gem and Optimum hybrid.
Right. All right, you want to show them what ball we're talking about so they understand? Alrighty, boys and girls, children of all ages, that would be that brand new Brunswick Ultimate Defender. New hybrid asymmetrical bowling ball, a little bit solid type, like Qwinten was telling you. I don't think this is meant to be that heavy oil hybrid, in my opinion. I think it's more of a medium oil hybrid, like Qwinten was telling you. But how many games do you finally have on the ball?
52.
Okay. Now, was it worth your initial investment? I know you got this and the Attention Star almost all at the same time.
Yeah, had I not liked other things in my bag at the time, I think this would have had its place.
Correct.
It's worth my investment.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. So, knowing what's on the market for a medium oil, asymmetrical, solid type bowling ball, would this be the one that you recommend, or would you give a different recommendation for that top spot?
What are there for hybrids right now, though?
So you always have, well, for the solid type options.
I mean, you have the Black Widow right now.
Well, yeah, the 2.0, that's more of a pearly. Well, the 3.0 is solid.
Right. So it's like,
so for a solid type hybrid, you're looking at, with an asymmetrical core, you are looking at the 8er.
newer though.
That is newer. It is newer. You have the 8er, you have the Magic Gem, you have, now I'm going to draw a blank.
Solid, there's not really much of it right now.
Right. That's asymmetrical. The symmetrical hybrids, there's quite a few of those.
Right.
I know I'm missing some. The blue coral venom.
It's more pearly.
Yeah, it's more pearly and that's a little older.
And like ice speed too, but that's more pearly.
Correct. So for that more solid
It's
type.
like a niche.
Yeah.
Right now.
Because once you throw 5 pins, they're going to look like pearl anyway. So. But it just reads a little bit different when it comes out of the box at 2,000 finish compared to crown factory polish or reactive gloss or
I think this is good for a league ball.
I agree. I think it's almost perfect league ball material. I really do. That's just like the Brunswick Endeavor. I just did a review earlier today. I think a lot of people slept on that, even though it's a symmetrical pearl. I don't think they understand how good that ball is. I think it's phenomenal. I think this is a really good league ball too. You can play almost all 3 games with it. If you have to, you can flatten your hand. Like, as long as you can manipulate your hand, you can play all 3 games on it.
Right.
So you would recommend it?
Yes.
You would replace it? Or would you go with the Magic Gem?
I think this is better for league because you can play it all 3 games. The Magic Gem, you kind of get to that point, you're like, all right, this ball, it's not burning up, but you feel like there's too little oil out there for it to handle.
Correct. So you're always constantly moving left.
Right.
And you're chasing it. Where this one allows it blends it better. Where I think this also, so in my opinion, I think this plays like a better hybrid than the Magic Gem. I think the Magic Gem plays too much like a salad. But that's me. I think this blends the pattern better than the Gem, the Magic Gem. Which allows you to stay in it a little bit longer. Yeah, see? But this is things that you, like, the average bowler wouldn't pick up on because they're not out here punching holes and everything that comes out. But once you start to punch holes in a lot of stuff that comes out, you can see the difference between the two. And the Magic Gems are really good hybrid asymmetrical. But in my opinion, I think the Ultimate Defender is better, even though Qwinten likes the Magic Gem because it has more strength. I think this plays the hybrid category a lot better and more user-friendly.
Right.
User-friendly. Now, when you get to shorter challenge patterns or heavy volume patterns, I don't think this is going to play.
Right. It's going to be a little weak off. Yeah.
Right. So, in my opinion, they all have their spots. Don't get that twisted. But so, would you stick with this or go with the Magic Gem?
For a house shot, this.
Okay. Still waiting. I was just waiting for my answer. That's all. So you have 50 games on it. You would recommend it. For a house shot, you would choose this. For a sport pattern, higher volume, you probably choose the Magic Gem.
Yeah.
Okay. You would buy another one. Fill a spot in the arsenal, or would you buy the Magic Gem? That's what I'm asking. Didn't answer it still. I don't think I'm going to see this again. I really don't.
Well, it's sad because, like,
it's not a bad ball,
right? And after we make these videos, we kind of just shove these balls to the side, get a new one, whatever, replace it. And I was looking at my Magic Gem a couple weeks ago. I was like, wow, that's a good ball. I should have stayed in that. But it's hard going through a lot of bowling balls.
It is. But then again, when it's time for that tournament, you always grab the ones you want. And this isn't going to be the one you grab. So just tell them that. There's better things on the market.
Yeah.
Good. Now that I finally got them out of it. It's not a bad bowling ball. It's another good, mediocre, asymmetrical hybrid, in my opinion.
Yeah.
There's nothing really special about it, nothing really bad about it. It's just another good bowling ball. I'm not knocking it. It's just, when you have to compare it against everything else that's on the market, it's hard. It's hard for each ball to get that shining star of light. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it really is. Like, I went from the Nuclear Forge to the Endeavor, and I swear to God, when I was throwing the Endeavor, I'm like, I'm just going to go back to my Nuke. I haven't touched my Nuke since.
You haven't?
No, that's what I mean. That's where I think the Endeavor shines a little bit more. But it is what it is at this point. If you're in the market for jerseys, we all agree on this. Qualify. Got some of the best jerseys in the game. Wouldn't mind. Like, share, subscribe, hit the post notification bell. We'll see you all next time.